Where do you even begin with Konami? I don't complain about them too often. In fact, I've actually kind of just been kind of like a meh when it comes to any kind of news about Konami or anything like that. But for like at least the past decade, gamers have been frustrated with Konami as a whole. I mean, you're talking about one of the biggest game developers in the history of video gaming. Back in the 80s, they had so many great hits. Of course, you had like the Ninja Turtles, you had the Contras, the Gradiuses, and of course the Castlevanias. And some of these franchises that Konami has made throughout their history have become some of the biggest, most popular video game franchises of all time that gamers just really resonate with today. But they've also made a lot of mistakes in recent years, such as the PT demo, going to pachinko machines, and just overall not really taking advantage of their IPs. Like, literally, gamers are begging Konami to please make some new games with some of these classic franchises. I mean, they're sitting on a literal gold mine here. Well, there's a big news in the world of Castlevania, and this is coming off of them just recently canceling one of their recent games, Castlevania Grimoire of Souls, which I believe was also a project that never even made it to the United States. So a lot of people missed out on that. So, yeah, if you're a veteran gamer, you've been paying attention to Konami, you do know the past decade, they've kind of been slipping a little bit. I mean, Castlevania is one of the greatest classic franchises ever. Started on the NES with, the classic trilogy, then the Super Nintendo, then it went to the PlayStation, and then just moved forward with some of the greatest games of all time. Symphony of the Night. I was here, Symphony of the Night. Well, now they're back with a new Castlevania, making it a mobile game. It's going to be called Moonlight Rhapsody, and this was just recently revealed. So what do we know about this? Well, there was a Reddit user just recently. His name is Daniel Ahmad, and he's kind of like a gaming journalist. We're going to take a look at it. He announced Chinese games company Shenku Games will cooperate with Konami to develop and release a new Castlevania mobile title called Moonlight Rhapsody. It's a side-scrolling game that innovates on original console games, tested in China, scheduled for this year. And he posted a 50-second announcement video. Of course, it's in different language. I'm not sure if that's Chinese or Japanese, since testing will be in China. But it's showing an array of characters. Not much in way of gameplay. You can see there's a little bit of a cel-shaded look. And it has like a 2D action-oriented gameplay that looks kind of similar to Symphony of the Night, I would say. I don't know. It looks kind of neat. I don't want to show too much more of it because it's Konami. They get copyright heavy with their stuff. Now, there is no release date. Again, it says testing scheduled in China. So a Chinese company is going to be working on this. I do like the way that the initial look of the graphics looks like. I think it looks really cool and everything like that. But we all know the problem with mobile games. Microtransaction heavy, pay to win heavy, and they just don't have the same feel. Let's be honest, a lot of gamers don't like mobile gaming. Me, I'm okay with it. I'm alright with mobile games, depending on what they are, depending on how bad they are. Some of them are actually quite entertaining. They can pass some time. But in this case of Konami just doing something else besides releasing games on consoles, it gets very frustrating, gets very tiring with Konami. Sure, they can make a lot more money doing a mobile game with the microtransactions, with put it that way, there's less, I guess, cost and development. You don't have to worry about having a huge development team and beta testing and stuff like that. But I feel right now could have been a good time for Konami to lay a ground bomb, like to do a bombshell announcement, especially with the next generation of consoles coming out. We got the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X coming out. Could you imagine how amazing it would have been if Konami would have announced a brand new Castlevania game for the next generation of consoles? That would have been a huge groundbreaking announcement. And it's I mean, I get it. It's a business decision. It's something that Konami's choosing to do because that's what, I guess, maybe even the Japanese market. Of course, the Chinese market is huge when it comes to phone apps and mobile games and stuff like that. Some of the biggest apps to come out, like TikTok, for example, are straight out of China. So it's a business decision, but gamers, especially Konami fans, just keep getting the shaft when it comes to these games. I feel that it is an incredibly frustrating situation, especially if you're a Castlevania fan. Me, I'm not beyond, like the Symphony of the Night. I really don't have experience checking out the Castlevania games. I didn't bother with like the N64 ones because I've just heard so much mixed stuff. And I know there's a few other ones that have come out. They're like on Xbox Live right now. I really have my most experience with the Super Nintendo one and the NES trilogy. So I know they don't play anything like the later games. This one doesn't look like it plays anything like the original NES Castlevania games. Looks more like something like Symphony of the Night. But either way, it's still not a full-fledged console release that a lot of people would like to have on their systems. And it's interesting enough is I don't know if people are indifferent about Konami now or not, because you really didn't hear anything about this. Like I didn't see anybody covering this side-scrolling action game, and it says it innovates on the original console game. So is this going to be something that could change, I guess, the way that the franchises work? You gotta keep in mind, again, it's still a mobile game, but I know in some of his other tweets he said that that Konami does have a notable position in China, in the games market in China. So maybe they're taking advantage of it. Maybe mobile games in China are just making bank, and Konami has a big foothold in China. So I don't know. It's also the 3-year anniversary of Contra Return in China. So they've made other mobile games. They made like a Contra mobile game, and now it looks like they're doing a Castlevania one. So for some reason in China, Konami games on mobile are very popular. There's no confirmation if this is going to be coming to the United States or not already. So we might miss it completely. I just thought it would be something kind of neat and interesting to talk about because it is a retro game, and I am a retro gamer at heart, and nobody's talked about it. So what do you guys think? Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would like to hear you guys. Let me know your thoughts on this. I know a lot of you are probably going to rip Konami a new one. Me, I've just passed the point of, you know what? Konami's going to be Konami. Anyways, guys, I will see you on the next video. Have a great day, and peace out.